An Introduction to the Great Conversation, a part of the Blueberry Partnership's Great Conversation Toolkit. What you are about to embark on holds the potential to be one of the most important elements in transforming education, your community, and your school. For years, even dare I say decades, we have been asked to improve and reform our schools. As educators, you have bore the brunt of the blame and criticism when those reforms didn't appear to work or proved unsustainable. In short, you tried hard to get from point A to point B, and if you did get there, it became nearly impossible to stay there and not get dragged back to the status quo. While we could probably point to a myriad of reasons, or worse, point our fingers at a bunch of different groups and people, the real explanation isn't found just inside the school, but in the very context in which you live and work. In short, your community, both inside and outside the school, likely didn't understand the need or the urgency for the change, wasn't ready for the change, and couldn't see what the change would look like and why it would be better than what they had now. Even worse, they may not have trusted the school, and by extension you, which quickly stops any progress or forward movement. Put simply, culture and community matters. In order for us to make the critical changes necessary to fully prepare our children for the world they face and to unfold their full potential, we must go through C to get to B, our community and culture. In order to create and sustain something new and different, the community must first understand the need for change, trust you to make those changes, give you permission and support to do so. So we must move our community and its citizens along a continuum from a relative unfamiliarity and suspicion towards one of deeper understanding and trust. From a place where it is easy to reject new things or be indifferent to your efforts, towards a place of permission and support. This progression is a simple but powerful one. By building greater community understanding, we develop stronger mutual and deeper trust. When the broader community trusts you, they grant you the permission and support you need to take bold action. Most importantly, they begin to see the inevitable stumbles and false starts that accompanies significant change in learning, not as a reason to blame or retreat to the old tried and true, but as a necessary and valuable step in creating the school the community wants and needs. The Great Conversation is a two-track, ongoing engagement with your community that, by design, builds understanding, trust, permission, and support. This process unfolds to provide you the space to successfully create the schools that best serve kids and the community moving forward. The Great Conversation consists of a formal and an informal set of actions and activities that is positive and relentlessly engages your community in dialogue about its school. The formal track is a planned, strategic approach for engaging your community. A simple but powerful rule drives this work. On the community's turf and at the community's convenience. In short, we go to where they meet, when they meet, and we build a shared understanding of the problems we face and the solutions that exist for us. The informal track is about consciously managing the way we talk about our school, our kids, and our community. We do this by feeding the community with information and facts that at first might not seem important, but are critical to the process of building understanding, trust, permission, and support. With a colleague at this time, discuss the following questions. What is your understanding of the Great Conversation so far? What are the key components or ideas? And what do you think this might look like? In order to build a strong foundation for community understanding, trust, permission, and support, we must share 4 key areas of information at every opportunity. Number 1, we must provide concrete, practical reasons for them to feel good about their school. 2, we must continually and clearly explain the need for substantive change in the way we organize and deliver learning for the world our children will face. 3, we must help our individual community members understand what they personally gain when they have great schools. And 4, we must continually demonstrate that we are engaged in open, honest dialogue and conversation with them. We are not trying to sell something here. We are trying to build a community based on shared understanding and action. While these are important and will take some planning and coordination, this effort cannot be successful unless we do something collectively first and immediately. We call these the 5 S's of success. These are critically important, simple, powerful actions and something you can start doing immediately. They are: stop. Stop bad-mouthing one another in public. Now. Today. Forever. It takes 11 positive comments to even out only 1 negative. When we publicly bash our colleagues, our leaders, our students, or the parents, the message spreads like a supervirus. When they hear us talking this way, it gives them permission to say awful things as well. Once said and repeated, it becomes some sort of truth, and it changes the community and the way they see all of us. And their trust in us and support for us rapidly erodes. We can and will fight and disagree. This is normal and healthy. We will be disappointed and angry at times, but it is critical that we keep it in our ranks. Complain to your spouse or vent to the dog on your walk. But venting in public is nasty, destructive, and it is a habit hurting everyone and solving nothing. Stop now. I mean it. Shift. Shift our attention to the positive. Brain research shows that what we focus on and think about grows stronger in our lives. If we have a positive picture of the future and ourselves, our colleagues, our students, and our community, we have more energy, and we have better health, and we find more value and purpose in our work. In short, we feel better about ourselves, our colleagues, our community, our profession. Focus on gifts and assets of the kids, the school, your colleagues, and the community. And then watch those gifts and assets grow strong. This isn't about being a Pollyanna. This is about choosing to see the positive and abundance that surrounds us if we choose to see it. Share. Share something positive with your own personal network in ongoing ways. Your network is predisposed to respecting and trusting your thoughts and opinions. Tell them something good about your profession, your colleagues, your students, the parents, or the community. Over time, watch the flowers that you are planting take root and begin to wipe out the negative weeds and viruses plaguing segments of your community. Notice how people's attitudes about school and about you shift, and how they are asking you what can be done to get even better. Sustain. Sustain your progress and focus. Take 5 minutes a week, preferably as a group or with a few colleagues, and assess how the change is going. How often are you communicating a positive, future-focused message? With how many? What have you noticed about yourself and others as this grows as a way of being and talking? Do you see a change in your colleagues? Develop a simple run chart to visibly chart your progress. And finally, start. Start today. Start now. Flood the community with positivity and glass half full comments. Practice now. Take a few minutes with a partner. You're at a grocery store and a person from the community sees you in line and asks, "So, how are things up at the school?" Answer in a constructive, positive response. It doesn't have to be flowery or over the top. In fact, it shouldn't be. It needs to be constructive, affirming, and positive. The great conversations you are about to embark on contain within them the possibility to transform your community, your school, and most importantly, give you the flexibility and support to bring 21st century learning to the children you serve. As Yeats once wrote, "I, being poor, have only my dreams. I have spread my dreams under your feet. Tread softly, because you tread on my dreams." The children of your community have entrusted their dreams to you. They need you now more than ever. This journey won't be fast or easy, but rich rewards rarely are. As members of the Blueberry Partnership, you have access to resources and support you need to transform your community and your school. We are excited to be a part of it with you.